Napoli against Chelsea. This is a life and death situation. Yes, it's a life and death situation. Napoli has to win. Chelsea has to win. That's the situation we are right now. Even though we are not supposed to be in this situation, assuming we won Atlanta and then we are defeated Pafos very well, like 4 goals or 3 goals, we will not be in this situation of must win, must win. Also, Napoli has to win because you are 25th. And for you to either qualify straight away or to play the playoff, you must be between 1 and 24. 1 and 8 direct, then 9 to 24, you go play a playoff. But Napoli is 25th on the table. So it means that they will take this match very personal. And fortunately for them, we are playing this match on their pitch. They are at home. Conte knows Chelsea very well. You have Lukaku there. De Bruyne is injured. But you understand that playing against Napoli in their home is always a very difficult game. Hostile environment. But the way I've seen Chelsea play recently, I believe that they will also take this match personal because they understand, or they ought to understand, that losing this game or drawing this game means that we have to go and play playoffs, which will not be good for the team. We are trying to manage the fitness of the players and reduce the numbers of games. So you have to just qualify directly and not put yourself in a situation where you have to go and play playoffs. And that's why I believe that Liam Rosino is going to set up this team in a way that will get the win. Napoli will set up low blocks and then hit us on counter attack. But I believe that we have the players that can do the job. That's why for my first level, I'm going to go in goal Sanchez, Chalobah, and Fofana. I believe Fofana should be fit for this game because he was rested for at least the first half in our last match. Then on the right side, I play Reece James. Let Reece James be there. You get why? On the left side, Cucurella. And in the middle, let's maintain the partnership of Caicedo and Santos. Let them be there. Let them be there. So that Caicedo will have the freedom to go forward to help the attack and also to help in the defense, while Santos stays deep to be the standing six. To be the standing six. Then on the right hand side of the wing, I put Palmer. I'll start Palmer because we need a very flexible attacker there, not just speed on that right hand side. That's why I put Palmer, and the second half I will remove Palmer because of his fitness and then bring in Esteban. Esteban can do the same job. Then in the middle, to support Caicedo and Santos, I will have Enzo Fernandez there. So the midfield will be Santos, Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez. And then on the left hand side of the wing, I will have Pedro Neto. Let Pedro Neto be the runner, because definitely we are going to get counter. We are going to hit them on counter attack. So let Pedro Neto be there. And then up front, as the striker, I'll use João Pedro because of his form recently. I'll use João Pedro as the attacker. The reason why I have this selection as my first 11 is because of the style of play and the system of Liam Rosiner, which is built on building from the back with quick and short passes with the intention to break through the opponent with patience. Meaning that you will need players who have the brain and not just the legs, who can think fast and who can play accurate passes in short spaces. And that's where you have these players that I listed. That is the Caicedo, the Santos, with Enzo Fernandez supporting the midfield with that quick pass. Then up front, his style is that when we are in possession, quick short passes with the intention to break through the opponent. And when we are off possession, he expects his players to do high pressing up the pitch, such that if you lose ball or if you lose possession, you regain it as quick as possible. And that's why you have high pressing. And that's why I have these players, the Palmer, the Neto, the Joao Pedro, even though recently Joao Pedro has not been doing the high pressing well or well enough, but because of his goal scoring form now, we have to put him there. But you having Palmer will press high, forcing the opponent to make mistake. And if you check our game, that's why I say it's a style. High pressing, ensuring that you force your opponent to make mistake, and then thereby you score from it. And then the quick passes in order to secure quick transition into the opponent's half. Now look at it. The first goal we had against Crystal Palace was from high pressing, forcing the opponent to make mistake, and then we score through it. The first goal also against Brentford was the same thing, which was Joao Pedro's goal. Yes. Again, our first goal against Arsenal was the same thing, high pressing, forcing Odegaard to make mistake. That was Enzo Fernandez, forcing Odegaard to make a wrong pass into his own half, quick play, and then a cross from Pedro Neto to Garnacho. That was our first goal against Arsenal. So it's his style, and that's why we need these players that can have the quick passes, that can break through, and also can do high pressing. His system, even though you see 4-3-3, but when the game progresses, you see the 4-3-3 transitioning into 3-2-5, and that's why I need Santos and Caicedo in that midfield. That's the reason. And for my prediction, I predict that Chelsea will win this match 2-0. That's my prediction, because we have to win this game not just by one goal. It's not about we winning, it's about we defeating Napoli at least 2 goals, because you have PSG 15 with 13 points, 10 goals. They are on the 6th position. Newcastle 13 points, 10 goals, 7th position. Chelsea 13 points with 6 goals, 13 points, 6 goals, on the 8th position. Now below us is Barcelona, 13 points, 5 goals, and they are playing a lesser team, which you can always presume or assume that they should score more than 1 goal. So if they score more than 1 goal, that means they go ahead of us, which will now bring us down to 9th. That's playoff position. And you see have Sporting CP with same 13 points and 5 goals. You also have Man City 13 points with 4 goals. We also have Atletico Madrid with 13 points, 3 goals. Then lastly, you have Atlanta 13 points, 1 goal. You see why we have to win this match, because if any of these teams I listed wins their game, they go above Chelsea. The only benefit we have in this fixture is that PSG, that is on 6th position, is playing against Newcastle, that is on 7th position. Meaning that either draw or loss for any of them brings them down, and then Chelsea or Barcelona or Sporting CP or any of them can now climb. But we cannot put our hope on any of this game. Let's win our match convincingly with 2 goals. That place is going to be very difficult to play. Playing Napoli at home is going to be very difficult. But is it impossible? It is possible. It is possible, we can do it. And I tip Chelsea to win by 2 goals. That's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you very much.